Welcome to the stage, the Honorable President of South Africa, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa.
Minister of Trade and Industry and Competition, Minister Ibrahim Patel, the Premier of the Eastern Cape, Mr. Oscar Mabuyane, the President of and CEO of Isuzu Motors South Africa, Mr. Billy Tom, and the President of Isuzu Motors Limited, Mr. Masunari Katayama, and His Excellency the Ambassador Maruyama, Ambassador of Japan to South Africa, representatives of business and labor, and also welcoming those who have come from far and afield, from various other countries of our continent, distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen, as well as the leadership of NUMSA, the trade union that organizes or represents the workers who work here in Isuzu. I wasn't coming today somehow, but as I looked at my program, I remembered that the Premier had booked me to come here many weeks ago, and my conscience would not allow me to let him down because he's such a persistent Premier. So I changed my program. But still left one or two other things that I needed to do, hence my late arrival, for which I apologize, and thank you very much for being patient and also being exposed to a slightly cold wind that's blowing in this stadium. But the joy of coming here, not only to keep my appointment with him, but also to come and be present at this most wonderful and outstanding event, I thought should overcome anything else that could have kept me away. I wish to congratulate Isuzu Motors South Africa on achieving this milestone, the first 7th generation Isuzu D-Max bakkie to be produced locally. This Isuzu bakkie is an iconic vehicle in South Africa, and the Isuzu brand has long been associated with quality and reliability. The fact that this bakkie is being manufactured in South Africa, for us, is more than a matter of pride. It is a welcome contribution to our effort to significantly expand local production as we work to rebuild our economy and create jobs. And I was filled with pride as I listened to the CEO and MD, Billy Tom, talking about how the production of this vehicle has made a contribution also to this region, to a point where he's just taken by the spirit. I don't know what spirit it is to say that Gqeberha must now be renamed Isuzu City. That just goes to show the enthusiasm. You could just hear it in his voice and the way he was articulating this point. And as he came back to sit down, He says, Mr. President, I hope you have heard me. I have heard you. I also need to find that spirit that motivates you so much. Maybe I will catch it as well. And I realize that you are so popular here. I'm sure if we were to go for a vote, you would get all the votes here and I would get none. The automotive industry is one of our economy's most important sectors. As you heard, it contributes a great deal to our GDP, and contributing more than 4% of GDP means that it is a substantial and serious part of our economy. It is a significant source of employment and small business development here in the Eastern Cape, and particularly in Gqeberha. As you heard our Premier say, it saved the livelihoods of some 1,000 workers. That for us is quite significant, particularly when we are continuing to rebuild our economy in the face of the number of people who have lost their jobs. I want to thank Isuzu Motors for supporting the localization objectives contained in the Automotive Production Development Program. It is anticipated that a local content value of approximately 2.8 billion rand will be generated through the life cycle of this program. Now that for us is quite substantial. Isuzu's manufacturing plant here in Gqeberha, while best known for producing world-class vehicles, also creates jobs and opportunities for many South Africans and enables local businesses across the value chain to realize their potential. This investment, together with approximately 332 billion rand investment pledges that were made at our 4th South African Investment Conference held last month, will do much to support South Africa's economic recovery. Of the pledges received at the investment conference this year, 7 were from the automotive sector. This signals that the industry has renewed confidence in our country's growth prospects. Growth prospects that are continuing to grow by leaps and bounds. I hear proudly that Isuzu is exporting and selling hundreds and hundreds of vehicles into the continent as well. And this Africa Continental Free Trade Area is a beacon that is calling all those who would like to make profits, to grow their businesses, to trade. It is beckoning everyone. And for us here in South Africa, it is going to open up enormous channels for trade. It is going to open up enormous channels for profitability. As we have often said, South Africa, Mr. Katayama, is the gateway into the African continent. Your business is proving that to be the case. I believe through your manufacturing capabilities here, you are making vehicles that go right into the heart of our continent. The Africa Continental Free Trade Area is going to be a great boon and a great advantage to those businesses that want to grow their businesses exponentially. For our part, we want to promote trade with the rest of our continent, and we will continue to improve the business and investment climate, not only here in South Africa, but also working with other countries on our continent. As for us here in South Africa, we have embarked on a journey of reforms, a journey of creating even a better climate for businesses. We have embarked on the reforms that we announced during the State of the Nation address. I gave a report of how far we have gone and how much further we still need to go. I spoke about energy, the efforts that we are making to rebuild our energy capability, but to now rebuild it using renewable energy, new technologies as well. I spoke about how we are releasing the spectrum, which is going to technologically advantage everyone. Spoke about infrastructure, how we are going to roll out infrastructure in the biggest way. Our network industries, our ports, our rail, our roads, water, and I also spoke about our criminal justice system and how we are going to take steps to make sure that we get rid of criminality and how we are going to regain our state stature, ourselves as a government, as we get rid of the vestiges and the influence of state capture. We are on a journey, and we will continue to support companies like Isuzu that are investing in the country's manufacturing capabilities. So we will continue walking this journey with you. And what I can assure you is that much as you are a corporate, you play an important role in the lives of South Africans, you play an important role in the economy of our country, and we will walk this journey with you. So you will not walk alone. We will be there with you as the government of the Republic. So once again, I want to congratulate Isuzu Motors South Africa on this achievement, and I do wish you well as you continue to play your part in supporting local business, growing our economy, and uplifting our communities. I'm sure you're going to show me the vehicle right now. My only regret, and it's been a regret that has been going on for some time. I've been to a few places where I've launched new vehicles. When I became president, one of the things that I regret greatly is that they took my license card and cut it in half and said to me, Mr. President, you are no longer allowed to drive. So that is the regret I have, that even as you show me all these beautiful cars, I will not be able to drive them unless you take me to a secret location where I can drive. Thank you very much.
At the launch of Isuzu Motors South Africa on 16 February 2018, Katayama-san, the president and representative of Isuzu Motors Limited, made a wish by painting one eye of the Daruma doll. His wish was for Isuzu Motors South Africa to grow into a successful operation. It is only once the wish has been fulfilled that one can then...
All right, visuals coming from Gqeberha there in the Eastern Cape, where President Cyril Ramaphosa was the keynote speaker at the launch of the Isuzu D-Max bakkie. The bakkie is to be manufactured in South Africa, and the president talking about it expanding local production and in line with the mandate to rebuild the economy and create jobs, and the automotive industry being one of the most important sectors in our economy, saying that it is a significant source of employment, and certainly after COVID-19 did a number on jobs and the loss of jobs in the motoring sector. Hopefully this will then be a way that jobs will indeed be created. A very warm welcome to you. This is SA Today here on SABC News with me, Flo Ladwa. We're coming to you live from our Auckland Park studios in